Welcome to Gospel Time with the Young at Heart Choir. We invite you to pull up your favorite easy chair, kick off your shoes, and enjoy the finest in good old gospel music. Now, here are your hosts, Connie Atkinson and Ron James and the Young at Heart Choir.
Would you welcome one more time the Young at Heart from Albuquerque, New Mexico?
Oh, there I am. Well, welcome, Oklahoma City. Now, I hesitated. We started out in Altus on Friday night, okay? Then we came over to Oklahoma City, but I got up, we came over to Oklahoma City, and this morning we were in Corn, okay? So I started off the concert. We are so glad to be in Corn on Friday night. They said, no, you're in Altus. So I got up this morning and said, it's really nice to be in Corn after all. Finally, we made Corn. Anyway, we are happy to be in Oklahoma City, and it took us a long time to get here. I mean, we're staying across the freeway. So this was so convenient for us. I asked the pastor to get a helicopter next time, though. That would be even faster. Anyway, we are so delighted to be here. We've been looking forward to it. My daughter and I pre-toured this a couple weeks back and sat in your service and listened to your pastor preach, and I did decide to come back. He's a good man. Anyway, we want you to enjoy this evening. We do good old gospel music, and we just kind of try to keep it alive as long as we're alive. The average age of this group is 73 years old, and we travel coast to coast. We haven't gone overseas yet because it'll take us too long to go through the metal detectors in the airports. So we'll attempt that at some time. We've got a little more time, but we will do that. But sit back, have a good time. I told them you're Pentecostal. Huh? Now some of you in there may not be. It's very catchy. Try it. You'll like it.
We didn't get to do a sound check, so if you see me doing this and everything, I'm assistant director, and I've got one of the greatest sound crews that anybody could ever ask for. And we didn't get a chance to do it, but and why we didn't, I don't know. I guess because the choir was still sleeping or something. We waited on them at least 2 hours, and they never showed up until just 30 minutes ago. And then they stood around and had coffee and cake and all that. So, but we're happy that they're here finally. So it's nice to be able to say that it's the Young at Heart Choir, you know, instead of the Young at Heart Quartet, which you see in front of you. And we're not midgets, by the way. We're not. It's okay. Listen, we are singing in a church that is alive. Did you know that?
Well, evidently you came alive.
Well, here's the thing. It was a few weeks ago, we sang in the first church of the Frigid Air, and we had a problem because the people scooted together. We asked if we could make a little more room, and some of them broke in half, and so we kind of worried about it. But you guys came alive, so we're happy to have you.
We won't mention the denomination because we're made up of 19 different Bible-believing denominations back here. But some of the denominations are really...
Hey, okay. Moving on.
We won't go into that.
The president of our Young at Heart Ministries is the fellow standing on the end. He's also our bass singer. Would you make him welcome, Mr. Sherm Riddle? Now, this is a midget that we brought along. You gotta be careful what you pray for nowadays. This is what we got for a baritone singer. So watch what you ask the Lord for, because we got this. But he is one of the greatest, and we love him dearly. Dwayne Glass, please make him welcome. This lady and I go back more years than what we want to say.
But you're older.
Well, yeah, I will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, by the way, where's my wife? There she is.
She's hiding in the back.
Yesterday, we celebrated 56 years. I'll embarrass you one more time.
And he's going to be 75 years old.
Thank you.
Or 76. Oh, you're going to be 76 tomorrow.
Well, that's not a crime.
He's above that. I just realized I'm traveling with an old man.
I want to see that old man down there.
He's above average. You're above, yeah, you're above average.
Ron has had his own professional quartet for many, many years. Matter of fact, how many military guys we got out there? Ex-military, been in the military. Ron entertained the troops during the Civil War. So you might want to come up and talk. His name is Ron James, and he's our high tenor singer. Ron James.
Here's a song that I think perhaps maybe you recognize, a little different arrangement though. It's one thing we really, really love to sing. We're going to share it with you now. It's called Hide Thou Me. Sometimes I feel discouraged, my works in vain. I'm tempted to
playing that instrument? Was that you? Oh, you just want to be in this group so bad. You're hired. You're hired, buddy. You're hired. Okay. All right, we travel. On this trip, we have 120, give or take, members of the Young at Heart Choir. When I say give or take, these are the ones that can still walk. That's almost true. Anyway, we do have 120 members of the choir, and we have a wonderful support team. All of my support people, stand up wherever you are.
Bus driver.
Bus driver included. Yep, there they are. There they are. Yeah. We also have a TV program in New Mexico called Gospel Time with Young at Heart, and our TV expert is here and videotaping. So I dare to say that you will probably be on one of our television programs. Can't tell you when. You can't see it anyway, but we'll let you know you were on. So don't pick your nose or anything, because your relatives will tell you were on television. Anyway, and so we travel with, this is my daughter, Christine. And she's my right arm. And since her daddy died almost 5 years ago, she stepped in, and now she's my right arm, my right leg, my left leg. She takes care of me, basically. And she's going to put me in a nice home someday, she promised. Anyway, and so, and her daughter, her baby daughter, is traveling and helping Tico tonight do the filming. So that's a heyday out there. Okay, we're going to sing a beautiful, this is Jean Combs, by the way, one of my wonderful sopranos. We're going to sing a beautiful trio, Ever Gentle, Ever Sweet. His love is like a rolling river, a clear and cool retreat, flowing on in calm and beauty, gentle, ever sweet, ever gentle, ever sweet, gentle, ever sweet. His love is like a rolling river, gentle, ever sweet. His love is like an April shower with a steady beat, sprinkling drops of joy and beauty, gentle, ever sweet. His love is like an April shower, gentle, ever sweet. His love is like a wind that's whispering softly through the weeds, scattering the seeds of beauty, gentle, ever sweet, ever gentle, ever sweet, gentle, ever sweet. His love is like a wind that's whispering, gentle, ever sweet, gentle, ever sweet, gentle, ever sweet. Gentle, ever sweet, ever gentle, ever sweet, gentle, ever sweet. His love is like a wind that's whispering, gentle, ever sweet, gentle, ever sweet, gentle, ever sweet. Now we're going to bring up another one of our smaller groups within the choir. Not every venue can take 120, 60, 50 people even. So we've got a group called the Ageless Angels. Yeah. And they're all old. No, you said that. I didn't say that. They said that God told them He would stop the aging process if they would sing in this group.
We look pretty good for 90, don't we?
Yeah, don't they? Yeah, there's some in the 80s here, though. Yeah, there are. By the way, our oldest member is I think she's the oldest member we got in the choir, right? She's going to be 90 years old next month. Where are you, Betty? Right there. And please note that she's not one of the sitters. She stands the whole concert. Our oldest member before she passed away was 103 years old. You sing in the Young at Heart Choir, you have a long life. Guaranteed. And flowers and music at your funeral.
Gates open wide.
in the morning, in that city that is built for
I'm just trying to get this thing. One of these girls tighten this up. Good gracious. Forget it.
Wasn't me.
I can't believe that. Lee, I want to talk to you afterwards.
Okay.
These girls done something for you. Because he's the one that tightened it. Hey, listen, we have got just hot off the presses. No,
10 years ago.
No, this was not that old. This one here is. Some of the songs we're singing tonight are on these, believe it or not. And you would be able to happy to have these to take home. Because otherwise, if you took us home, we'd cost you a lot of money because we eat a lot. But this one here is one of our older ones. This one here is called The Dream Goes On. It's got some of the songs we sang tonight. But our latest one, this is it, Gospel Time, Young at Heart Choir. A lot of the songs we sang tonight are on here. This is our latest one. We'd love for you to be able to take it because we need the money. And it would be nice if you would laugh. We're a traveling group and we're hard pressed. And that's why we're singing so hard. We're doing everything we can to be able to.
Get on with it.
It's pitiful sounding.
Well, you've got to plead to the audience. That's what
you don't.
That's what they told me in school. Anyway, we'd love for you to be able to have this. And so come by our table out there, and we got a couple ladies out there. Be more than happy to help you out with these, as well as some cookbooks that are out there by the Young at Heart Choir, and they're good because I've tried some of them. Are we going to sing this?
Yes, we are.
You're going to try to do this?
I'm going to try it.
Yeah,
If
she's got a bad voice.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not going to worry
Yours
about it.
isn't so
You're
great.
the one that's got the voice. It's got to be breaking that mold. Let's sing it.
Down deep in my soul, a melody rings.
I'm winging my way.
I'm winging my way back home. A sinner is saved. My spirit now sings.
My spirit now sings. I'm winging my way.
I'm winging my way back home.
I'm climbing each day.
Every day since Jesus is mine.
Truly mine. I travel the road.
Narrow road
To glory divine.
to glory divine. The way is called straight.
The way is called straight.
That enters the gate.
And it is the gate. I'm winging my way.
I'm winging my way back home. A wonderful time is waiting ahead.
It's waiting ahead. I'm winging my way.
I'm winging my way back home. I mean to be there.
I mean to be there.
From sin I have fled.
From sin I have fled. I'm winging my way.
I'm winging my way back home.
I'm climbing each day.
Every day since Jesus is mine.
Truly mine. I travel the road.
Narrow road
Glory divine.
to glory divine. The way is called straight.
The way is called straight.
That enters the gate.
That is the gate. I'm winging my way.
I'm winging my way back home. I've got a mansion just over the hilltop in that bright land where we'll never grow old. And
I even brought my own company. Okay. How many of you in our choir have lived in Oklahoma? Very good. Okay, here we go. This is am I on? Okay.
Yes, you're on.
Here we go. Now this is a song I'm sure some of you remember a long time ago. And it goes like this. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. When I was just a little boy, I asked my mother, what would I be? Would I be handsome and would I be rich? Now here's what she said to me. No! Thank you.
Well, we've just about done it in for the night. Or I'm about done in for the night, whichever. We have a repertoire of music, about 120 songs, and it's pretty hard to pick ones for each church, but that's what I try to do. And you needed just a little uplifting here tonight, because you are free in the spirit, I can tell that. And but one of the things that we do in this choir, not only, these people do pay their own ways to come on these trips, and yeah. I guess I let the cat out of the bag on that one. Anyway, but the majority of these people are retired people. Some of them may be still working, because our younger little generation, we start letting them in at 55, and then we moved it to 50 because our older people got tired. You know, setting up the sound equipment, carrying it in, off and off the bus, that's pretty hard work. But anyway, we've got a nice nucleus of people. But I said all that to say, these people could be sitting home in their rocking chairs. Pretty easy. At the age of 73 and up, you know, you think you've done it all. Some of them. Not these folks. They keep me young. And believe me, I couldn't sit at home in a rocking chair. Not with this group around here. But we were going to keep doing what we're doing until God says it's time to stop. And I believe we'll probably be singing in a chartered bus on the way to heaven. That's the way he's going to take us all, folks. Yeah? But not only does this group have a singing ministry, they've got a prayer ministry that you would not believe. And for an example of that, this morning when we were in Corn, when Christine and I pre-toured that, at the same time we pre-toured here, we met the pastor of that church, and they're friends with some of our members here, who actually, Pridham's back here. And right now, this afternoon, we had to call an ambulance for Sherm's mother-in-law, who sings in the choir, but she's experiencing some real breathing problems and possibly pneumonia. But we'll pray for her. Her name is Jerry. Pray for her. But her friends go to this church in Corn. I told the choir before we left here that this was going to be a real ministry tour. I felt that in my heart. This was supposed to be the first leg of going on to Nashville, Tennessee. So it was going to be a longer period of time. But God has a way of saying to me, no, you're not doing that. You're going to go here, you're not going there. So I cut it short and cut it into Oklahoma only. And now I know why. I really know why. We met the pastor and his little 2-year-old darling little granddaughter, when we were pre-touring. And Christine has a granddaughter herself, my great-granddaughter, and we were just making over this little girl, and she was a stick tight to her papa. And I thought, boy, we're going to have great ministry here. There's this On Fire church. It's Mennonite Brethren Church, and they're on fire, and we're going to have a great time. Little did I know what our ministry was going to be all about. A week or so ago, we found out this baby was killed by the mother's boyfriend, and devastated this whole congregation. So when we went in there this morning, we were prayed up and ready for God to use us. And that's what this ministry is all about. To bring hope, bring peace, bring encouragement. And I'm sure you may be sitting out there tonight with a whole lot of problems, a whole lot of hurts that nobody knows about. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If you'd like to leave a message on that back table, I know this is a praying church. I know this pastor is a praying pastor. But if you don't belong here, you belong to another church, but you'd like prayer, you put it on a little slip back there, and I guarantee you this group will pray for you. I lost my husband 5 years ago, and then a year later I lost my 48-year-old son to a massive heart attack. I know what it is to lose, but I know what it is to be prayed for. I know what comes with the prayer of a saint to encourage and to fill your heart back up again. So do that for us. And I promise you, When we say we'll pray, we will pray. Because what this choir is all about is sharing the light. We want to take it out to the world and share the light and become better Christians and share our love with as many people as we possibly can. We're going to sing about that tonight.
In the darkness,
You've been watching Gospel Time with the Young at Heart Choir from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Be sure and check your local listings for time and availability. Join us next time for Gospel Time with the Young at Heart Choir.